also know that 4 years, it's a long time. So it's not the same, saying, oh, I'm ready, and actually getting in there and putting on some 8-ounce gloves and getting hit by that. So, we're ready for that. And I think, at the end of the day, I think his timing will be off and we'll be able to capitalize on all of that. But also I have to follow my strategy and stick with the game plan.
Well, and that leads me into my next question. I mean, I'm not going to ask you what your game plan is, but how important is it for you to maybe, quote, welcome him back to professional boxing in a way where, he realizes, you know what, maybe the commentating job is more suited for him now at this stage of his life?
Well, that's gonna get started from round one. Kind of for us to dictate the pace and not let him get momentum, not letting him get in his groove. Basically us have the momentum, us fight when we want to fight, box him when we want to box him, and from round one, let him know that he should have stuck to the commentating on Showtime.
This obviously a win over Mares would be a huge feather in your cap. I mean, how much of maybe coming up short, especially the Santa Cruz fight, where you fought well at certain points in that fight? I know one scorecard was, I think, 115, 112. How much did those fights, even some of the setbacks, other setbacks, help prepare you and maybe help you get over the hump this time?
Yeah, well, all those are learning experiences, more than losses. Obviously, the Leo fight or the other fights, they prepare you for more bigger moments like this. And I know I can, like you said, in the Leo fight, I had good moments and stuff. So I know I'm at this level, and I know I can compete in it. And obviously, we're not looking past Mares. We're focused fully on him. They've asked me what names or whatever. I don't care, but I know if I beat him, more money comes. So that's what really matters. Beating him so I can get more money.
A win does what? I mean, in terms of, does it put you right in the mix? I believe this fight's at 130 pounds.
Yeah. Obviously, a win against a big name like that. I know he's been out for 4 years, but still, his name still holds value in the boxing world. As a former champion. But obviously, like I said, I don't want to look past him. I'm fully focused on him, and I just know beating a big name like that, is gonna bring more money, and that's all I'm worried about. Obviously getting the best opportunities I can after this fight. And yes, I'm hoping it does. After we do beat him, it does put us back in a line for a world title.
And fighting on a big pay-per-view card like this, you got the former heavyweight champion of the world, Ruiz, taking on Luis Ortiz. And so Sunday night, Labor Day weekend, pretty much the only game in town. So a lot of eyeballs be focused on you.
Yes, exactly. I mean, all that's motivation. Just being on, imagine Andrew Ruiz, the first Mexican heavyweight champion, and you got a card full of talent. Pitbull Cruz, exciting fighter. He's fighting one of the guys I fought before. Ramirez, which he's no slouch. You got Rayo Valenzuela fighting a veteran as well. You got me and Mares. So from down to top, the card is stacked with talent. Even the other fights, they're all going to be great fights. And like you say, it's a Sunday, so Sundays usually play out for great fights. So that's what we're planning on giving the audience, but obviously doing it in a smart way and doing it our way.
And you mentioned something. You mentioned Ruiz. You mentioned Cruz, Valenzuela, some of the other guys. All Mexican or Mexican Americans, just like Miguel Flores. What's that mean? You'd be fighting alongside, some of the great Mexican and Mexican American fighters.
It's obviously, I don't want to say pressure, but you want to show out as the best fine Mexican on that card. So that's what I'm planning on doing, coming out of there clean and just, with skills, proving that, I'm up there with those guys, and it's just, I'm blessed to be with the opportunity. And, but it's a no miss it card, obviously it's a pay-per-view, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to get your money's worth it.
What do you want to say to the fans in closing before we see you Sunday night, September 4th, taking on the former champion Abner Mares live on Fox pay-per-view?
Oh, no, just for them to tune in. Like I said, it's, I could say this and that, but just tune in so you guys can see a great show, great night of boxing. Yeah, a lot of people say boxing is dying, but I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. We're going to put up a show and people are going to talk about this card for many years to come.
We'll be watching. We wish you best luck, and we'll talk to you along the way.